Hi, I'm going to talk today about the crazy issue with bottle caps, and as well as fucking horrible paper straws that we're all giving out about, right? And yeah, it's shit. Anyway, I grew up with plastic straws on like milk cartons and orange, you know, cartons and stuff like that. Anyway, I decided to do a bit of research here and see why the fuck that happened. Okay? So, anyway, basically, this is from last year. This is part of the headline here. You can see that. So, EU Directive C to see no caps get left behind on drink containers from the next month. Okay, and that was June 2024. Okay, if you've recently purchased a refreshing beverage in a plastic bottle, you may have struggled slightly to take a drink. Yeah, okay. The cap somewhat annoyingly might have gotten in your way. Yes, it has. It still does. Because they did not detach and open them. Okay. Any little dribble you have has experienced as a result goes right back to EU's single-use plastic directive. Okay. Um. Yeah. By preventing the separation of the cap from the container, caps are collected and recycled in far greater numbers, reducing environmental pollution, they said. Okay. Less pollution. You know what? Whenever I drank bottles, ever in my life, I always just screwed it back on and then put it in the bin. I never just threw the cap away. That's me, anyway. Let's see other shit here. All Ballygowan products being produced now have tethered caps, which is what this is, and this is also Ballygowan. And as you'll see when I open it up, this is a brand new bottle. Look at that, you have to click it open. This has been around for like, what, a year now? But the thing about it is, like, closing it over again, as you probably know, is a pain in the fucking arse. Look at this shit. What if a person had arthritis, right, and they're really fucking struggling to close it over? Like, it is a fucking pain in the fucking arse, right? Yeah, I could do it there. Yeah, I don't have arthritis. What I do, right? See this? I snap the fucker off, as so. I put it back on, but even still, you still got those parts of the bottle still stuck right there. And even putting that on, right now it's okay, but sometimes it's not okay. It gets stuck. Right now it's fine, but sometimes it does get stuck. What about the old people? What about people like with arthritis? People who just don't know how to handle these, literally how to handle these things. Anyway, let me go back to this fucking story here. All Ballygowan products, blah blah blah. We hope this packaging changed. No, okay. Yeah, okay. Bullshit. Bunch of crap. It seems that tether caps are here to stay, which I hope they're not. And it's up to consumers to adjust accordingly. Fuck you, you cunt. Yeah, the recycling thing, like, has been going on since what, last year, I think. At first I thought, right, when you're bringing your bottles and cans down to the recycling thing and you get charged, not charged, you get your money back for like 15 cents a can, 25 cents a bottle. Um, yeah, that's one thing. Before, sorry, when I first found out about this recycling thing, you bring your cans down, you get 15 cents, 25 cents a bottle, or it depends on the bigger bottle, it's 25 cents, and the smaller bottle is 15 cents a can, 15 cents or 10 cents, whatever. You bring them down and you get your money. You get your money back. and you need to have the cap on it initially in order to put it in to get your money back. But do you still need the cap on? I don't know. I mean, I do bring my cans and bottles down to get money back, because I paid the fucking the deposit bullshit that they're making you pay so they can get their way. So they're basically blackmailing you to fucking, you know, recycle. I never cared about recycling in my life, and I still don't. The only reason I'm doing it is to get my money back. I couldn't give a bollocks about recycling. Fuck that shit. I don't care about crap like that. I don't. I mean, it's not that I'm saying I hate the environment, right? I don't hate the environment. It's just I don't care about recycling too much. I do respect the recycling part, but I'm not going to go out of my way to recycle. Do you know what I mean? Here's another thing. Now, this is what pisses me off more than the fucking bottle caps. Orange juice, right? Paper fucking straws. I mean, look at this shit. Look at this. It's fucking crap. Okay, I'm going to take a drink out of my orange juice I got from Tesco's. Okay? And you really have to suck at it in order for it to work. So here's me. Look at this. It's already bending already, if you can see that. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah. Maybe you can't. It's already bending. Before you even get it in. Oh, okay. Got it in. Orange juice on my hands. Okay. I mean, you have to really suck it in, and that orange juice is lovely. Okay, back in a second. Because I have a plastic straw. Okay, now this is the only plastic straw I have left, right? I got these plastic straws in a bunch around 2019 or 2020, right? And they're great. Plastic straws like they used to be. Stick it in here. Just like I grew up with. There's no sucking it in, just comes straight out, This fucking bullshit. I mean, look at that. Absolute crap. I mean, I know they say it's for the animals. They say it's for seals or whatever, it gets in their noses, and yeah, that's terrible. But I mean, in all fairness, right? Say for example, if you're living in the middle of the country somewhere, not just Ireland, but even other countries where you're not anywhere near a sea or an ocean, and you've got a fucking an orange juice like this, or a milk carton, anything, right? And all of a sudden, you're given this fucking paper bullshit. Not plastic, paper bullshit. So you're given paper fucking straws, and yet there's no animals for fucking hundreds of miles away, for example. And yet, I mean, you're supposed to enjoy that. I mean, I understand the respect for animals, and I appreciate that. I really do. I have respect for animals myself. But say, for example, if, like I said, if you're living miles and miles away from anywhere near ocean, I mean, what is a fucking plastic straw gonna do to animals when it goes straight into the fucking bin? Okay? What, you're thinking, oh yeah, maybe that person might just buy a fucking, orange juice or milk, and they might go off for another couple of 100 miles away down to the nearest sea and then just chuck it into the sea. First of all, most likely that's not going to happen. Secondly, why would anyone even do that? Most people won't fucking do things like that. Do you know what I mean? They won't fucking just necessarily throw things in to the sea with a straw in them because, scumbags. Yeah, scumbags do that. But in all fairness, it's a very, very, very small, tiny percentage of people that would actually do something like that, especially if they're in the middle of the country or they're miles away from sea. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, who the fuck would do something like that? You know, like, I mean, when I was growing up, I grew up all over the place, mostly on the east coast of Ireland, right? But I never fucking threw anything with a straw into the sea. I'd always put it in the bin. That's me, okay? And with bottle caps, like I said earlier, I'd always close it up, always, and put it into the bin. I would never fucking just throw the cap away. I just didn't do that. I always kind of thought maybe I was a bit strange. Like as soon as I finish a bottle of Coke, I just close the cap up and throw it in the bin. Some people just throw the empty bottle in the bin without the cap, but I just screw it over again because I always had the cap in my hand. Close it, throw in the bin. Yeah, the same with plastic straws. I mean, I always put everything in the bin. I don't know where this became such a big fucking thing where plastic straws were such a fucking problem. I mean, I don't know anyone who's ever, caused problems like this. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. The environmentalists and all that, they're mental. Environmentalists, mental, yeah, that makes sense. Good word in between, all that shit. But yeah, anyway, these people, they decide that they, that basically all the animals out in the sea, like, the, how do you call them, sea lions and, all those, animals out in the sea, like walruses and all that, like it gets stuck in their noses and all that stuff. And that's terrible. But I mean, what's the percentage of that? Very small, I'd imagine. Very, very, very small. I mean, like take a very small percentage of that actually happening to animals out in the sea. And then they get rid of fucking plastic straws that have probably been around hundreds of years. I think I read a couple of 100 years, 300 years, I think I read. They've been around a long, long time. And I did read that Donald Trump is planning on taking plastic straws back, which good for him, you know what I mean? Like he has some great ideas in all fairness when it comes to, bringing back normality, I guess, like from his presidency now is better than the original presidency. Anyway, that's another story. But we're not talking about him. We're talking about like how fucking plastic straws, now I've got the plastic straw in here, the horrible paper straw that I fucking threw away. Paper straws are fucking shit. I think everyone can agree with me on that. And the bottle cap, which I've fucking ripped open here. Gonna take a drink of water. See, look, kind of just, it's like there's like things sticking out of it right here because I ripped it off. So, and then there's like claws hanging off that thing, getting it back together. See, right now, stuck. Got it back together. But I'm a young man. I'm talking about old people who really will struggle with stuff like that. Because it's horrible. I mean, there's people like I said, with arthritis, old people who struggle. I mean, just open up a cap before, taking it off, put it back on. I mean, old people, I mean, if they have to fucking go through that shit, I mean, what the fuck are these environmentalist nutcases fucking doing? They're fucked up. Fucking up the world. They don't care about anyone else but their own fucking beliefs. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, Connor Dean Smith. All right. Thanks for watching.